everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to make an In-N-Out's animal style burger and animal style fries. I've never had In-N-Out before, so I was really excited to make this and to see what all the hype was about. So let's get started with the video. We're going to begin by prepping our ingredients. So we're going to begin by dicing one large onion. Then slicing one tomato. Now we're going to prepare our lettuce, and recently I found out that if you hit the bottom of a head of lettuce really hard, you can remove the core. So that's a cool little fact I found out from TikTok, and someone in the comments mentioned it in one of my videos. I ended up shredding my lettuce because I didn't realize In-N-Out didn't shred their lettuce until after I had shredded it. I think I was thinking of Five Guys when I was shredding it, so don't shred your lettuce if you want it to be the exact same, shred it if you just want to. Now in a small bowl, add a half a cup of mayonnaise, a half a cup of ketchup, 1/4 cup of sweet relish, 1 teaspoon of mustard, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and a half a teaspoon of pepper. Then mix everything until well combined. When you're finished, set your sauce to the side. In a large pan over medium heat, add some oil and then add some butter. Once the butter has melted, add your diced onion. Lightly season your onions with salt and pepper. Then just cook your onions until they are golden brown. Once your onions have caramelized and they're a nice golden brown color, take them off the heat and set them to the side. Now we're going to toast our buns. In a large pan over medium heat, melt some butter. Then add your buns. Toast your buns until they are golden brown. Once you're finished toasting your buns, take them off the heat and set them to the side. Now we're going to prepare our patties. This step is totally optional, I just like to do it because it kind of makes it easier when you're cooking burgers. Roll your beef up into medium-sized balls. Then, take your beef and flatten it with a spatula. Also, it's easier if you place a piece of parchment paper under the beef instead of over it. When you're finished flattening and shaping your patties, set them to the side. Next, in a small bowl, add 1 tablespoon of seasoned salt or regular salt, a half a tablespoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Mix everything together until well combined. Take your patty and add your seasonings. Okay, so In-N-Out doesn't add seasoned salt, onion powder, or garlic powder to their burgers. I just wanted to add that because I like to season my meat really well. Now, in a large iron skillet over medium heat, add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, or vegetable oil. Once your pan is hot, go ahead and add your patty. Then let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Once 2 to 3 minutes have passed, add mustard to the uncooked side of your patty. Then flip it. Add your cheese and let it cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. To help the cheese melt, add a little bit of water in the pan, then cover it with a lid and let it steam. Now that our patties have finished cooking, we can go ahead and assemble our burger. First, add your sauce to your bottom bun. Then add pickles, lettuce, sliced tomatoes, your patty, your caramelized onions, your second patty, and your bun. Now we're going to create our animal style fries. Cook some frozen fries in your air fryer or oven. Or you could cook your fries from scratch if you really want. Once your fries are finished cooking, place them in a dish. While they're still piping hot, place 2 slices of American cheese on top of your fries. The heat from the fries will melt the cheese. Once the cheese has melted, you can go ahead and add your caramelized onions and your sauce to the fries. And that's it, you are all finished. And this is the finished result. It turned out really good and I'm super proud of it. The patties were well seasoned and tasted really good. The mustard added an interesting flavor and it made the patty even better, so the burger was delicious. I would have never thought to add mustard to the burger, and I thought it was kind of strange, but it actually ended up tasting really good. Also, the sauce is absolutely delicious. I love it. You could eat it alone with some fries. By the way, the recipe I used for the In-N-Out sauce was from Healthy Junk Food, so I'll have the link to their recipe down in the description below. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everything I used in this video will be down in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! Hey everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to make Pizza Hut's pan pizza and breadsticks. This was absolutely delicious, so let's get started with the video. In a large bowl, add 2 1/4 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. Stir everything together and wait for the yeast to bloom. This should take about 5 minutes. Once your yeast has bloomed, add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then add 1 tablespoon of salt and 5 cups of bread flour. Mix all your ingredients together until just combined. When you're finished, add some flour to a clean surface. Then pour your dough out and add more flour. Now begin to knead your dough. If your dough is sticky while you're kneading it, add more flour if necessary. Knead your dough until you can stretch some of the dough into a thin sheet without it tearing. When you're finished kneading your dough, separate it into 4 even dough balls. I did this by splitting my dough in half and then splitting the 2 dough balls in half as well. Now get a container and add some olive oil on the inside. Use the dough ball to coat your container in the olive oil on all sides. While you're coating the inside of your container in olive oil, make sure you also coat the dough ball in olive oil as well. Place your lid on the container and then set it to the side. Repeat this process with the rest of your dough. When you finish placing all your doughs in containers, let them rise for about 2 hours at room temperature, or you can place them in the fridge to let them rise for 1 to 7 days. Letting your dough age for a few days gives it a better flavor, somewhat similar to sourdough. I believe I let my dough age for about 4 to 5 days before using it. Now we're going to make our tomato sauce. In a small saucepan, add 15 ounces of crushed tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of dried basil. Mix everything together until well combined. Heat your sauce up until it is warm and then take it off the heat. Set your sauce to the side or place it into a container to use later. Now we're going to prepare our toppings. First, we're going to shred our cheese. The cheese you're going to want to use for this pizza is whole milk, low moisture mozzarella cheese. When you're finished shredding your cheese, put it in a Ziploc bag and place it in the fridge. Now slice or dice the vegetables you want on your pizza. I cut up a bell pepper and an onion. When you're finished cutting up your vegetables, set them to the side. Next, we're going to prepare our meat toppings. I decided to add Italian sausage on mine. First, I cut the skin off the Italian sausage, and then I just placed it into a pan with melted butter and cooked it. After the Italian sausage was finished cooking, I chopped it up some more and then set it to the side with the rest of my toppings. Now that we've finished preparing our toppings, we can go ahead and make our pizza. In an iron skillet, add some olive oil. Make sure the inside of your iron skillet is coated in the olive oil. When you're finished, set your iron skillet to the side and take out your dough. Take the dough out of its container and then knead it a bit. After that, shape it. Shape and stretch your dough as best as you can so it can fit inside the iron skillet. Place your dough in the pan and then start coaxing it into the corners using your fingers and your fist. When you're finished, place a towel or plastic wrap over your pan and then let your dough rise in room temperature for about an hour or until it has doubled in size. When your dough has finished rising, add your sauce. Then add some Parmesan cheese. After that, add your mozzarella cheese. And finally, add your toppings. When you're finished, place your pizza into the oven at 500 degrees for about 11 to 15 minutes, or until your cheese and your crust is golden brown. Now that we've finished making our pizza, let's move on to our breadsticks. In a square pan, add some olive oil. Make sure to coat all the sides of your pan in the olive oil. Now take your dough out of its container and knead it, shape it, and stretch it. Place your dough into the pan and coax it into the corners so it fits perfectly. When you're finished, place a towel or plastic wrap over your pan and then let your dough rise for about an hour in room temperature. Once your dough is risen, cut it into 5 equal breadsticks. Then bake it in the oven at 500 degrees for 20 minutes. While your breadsticks are baking, we're going to make our breadstick topping. In a small bowl, combine 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic salt, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of oregano, and 2 teaspoons of basil. When you're finished, set it to the side. When your breadsticks are finished baking in the oven, brush them with melted butter. Then sprinkle your breadstick topping on your breadsticks. And that's it, you are all finished with your pizza and your breadsticks. This is totally optional, but I added some oregano and Parmesan cheese over my pizza. You can also add red pepper flakes. And this is the finished product. Everything came out amazing. I was super proud of this. The breadsticks tasted just like the ones from Pizza Hut, and my pizza was absolutely delicious. It came out looking beautiful, and it tasted amazing. I'll link all the recipes I used for this video down in the description below. The only reason I wanted to make this was because I kept getting the personal pan pizza and breadsticks from Pizza Hut for a while, and one day I was just like, let me just go ahead and make this for myself. It takes a lot of patience to make pizza, but I swear this is totally worth it. It was fun to make and it was really good. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everything I used in this video will be down in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! Hey everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to make Applebee's Maple Butter Blondie. This was so good, I can't wait to show you guys how to make it, so let's get started with the video. In a food processor, pulse a half a cup of walnuts until almost fine. When you're finished, set them to the side. They should look like this. Next, in a medium bowl, add 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, and your walnuts from before. Whisk everything together until well combined. When you're finished, set your bowl to the side. Now, in a large bowl, beat 10 tablespoons of room temperature butter. Once your butter is smooth, scrape down the sides and add 1.5 cups of light brown sugar. Beat your butter and sugar together on medium speed until fluffy. This should take about 2 minutes. Now add 3 eggs, one at a time, while still scraping down the bowl. Next, add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. Now, gradually beat in your dry ingredients until well combined. Next, fold in 1 cup of white chocolate chips, and a half a cup of walnuts. When you finish folding everything in, set your batter to the side. Next, line a 9 by 13-inch baking pan with tinfoil. Your tinfoil should be long enough that some of it is left hanging off both sides of your pan. Then butter the foil. When you're finished, pour your batter into the pan. Then spread the batter throughout the pan until it is even. Next, bake your blondies at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. When your blondies are finished baking, take them out of the pan and place them on a rack to cool. Use the tinfoil that was left hanging off the sides to pick up your blondie and place it on the cooling rack. Now that we've finished making our blondies, let's move on and make the maple butter sauce. In a small saucepan over medium heat, add 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Then add 1/3 cup of maple syrup. Cook the maple syrup and butter together until the mixture begins to bubble and thicken. This should take about 6 minutes. Make sure to still stir your mixture. Once your maple butter mixture is thick, add 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Continue to cook your mixture until it's the consistency of caramel. Once your mixture is the consistency of caramel, take it off the heat. And that's it! Your maple butter sauce is ready. Next, we can prepare our blondie. Place your blondie on a hot iron skillet or on a plate. Then add 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. After that, pour your maple butter sauce on top of your blondie. You can also add some walnuts on top as well. And that's it, you've finished making Applebee's Maple Butter Blondie. This tasted amazing, it was so good. The ice cream and the maple butter sauce complement the blondie perfectly, and the blondie tastes amazing when it's warm. I totally recommend giving this one a try. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everything I used in this video will be down in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make Copycat Panda Express Honey Walnut Shrimp with chow mein, so let's get started with the video. We're going to begin by making the candied walnuts. In a saucepan over medium heat, add 1 cup of water and 1/2 cup of sugar. Bring the water to a boil and then add 1/2 cup of walnuts. Next, boil the walnuts for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, transfer your candied walnuts onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. When you're finished, set your candied walnuts to the side. Next, we're going to make the sauce. In a bowl, add a 1/4 cup of Kewpie mayo, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of sweetened condensed milk, and 1/2 tablespoon of lemon juice. Then mix everything together until well combined. When you're finished, set your sauce to the side. Next, peel, devein, and clean 1 pound of shrimp. When you're finished, place the shrimp in a bowl. Then season them with salt and pepper. When you're finished, set the shrimp to the side. Next, in a large bowl, mix together 1 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Then mix everything together until well combined. Next, add 1 egg and 12 ounces of beer or carbonated water. Then mix everything together until well combined. If your batter is too thick, add more beer. If it's too loose, add more flour. When you're finished, add your shrimp. Mix your shrimp in until all the shrimp are coated in the batter. It should look like this when you're finished. Now you can begin frying your shrimp. In a pot or deep fryer, heat vegetable oil up to around 350 degrees. When the oil is hot, fry your shrimp for around 3 to 5 minutes or until crispy and golden brown. Once the shrimp have finished cooking, take them out and place them on a wire rack. Repeat this process with the rest of your shrimp. When you have finished frying all of your shrimp, place them in a bowl. Next, pour the sauce you made before over the shrimp and then toss them in the sauce until they are well coated. Now just toss in your candied walnuts and you will be all finished making your honey walnut shrimp. Now that we've finished making the honey walnut shrimp, we're going to move on and make the chow mein. We're going to begin by making the sauce for the chow mein. In a small bowl, add 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Mix everything together until well combined, and then set your sauce to the side. Fill a pot with water and then add salt. Bring the water to a boil and then add chow mein noodles or thin spaghetti noodles. Boil your noodles for however long it says to on the packet. Next, in a pan over medium heat, add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Then add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, half a sliced onion, 1 cup of sliced green cabbage, and 1 cup of sliced celery. Then saute for about 3 to 4 minutes. Once the veggies have finished cooking, add your noodles and the sauce you made before. Next, mix everything together and then cook for another 2 to 3 minutes on medium-high heat. When you finish making your chow mein, you can go ahead and plate everything up. And this is the finished result! This was so good. The shrimp were crispy, flavorful, and well seasoned, and the chow mein was delicious and easy to make. I think this might have tasted even better than Panda Express. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everything I used in this video will be down in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! Hey everyone, today I am super excited because I'm going to show you how to make these delicious Copycat Cheesecake Factory Tex-Mex egg rolls. These are my absolute favorite appetizer at the Cheesecake Factory and I can't wait to show you guys how to make it, so let's get started with the video. Begin by preparing your ingredients. First, dice 1 tomato, when you're finished, place half of the diced tomatoes in a bowl and then dry the other half. Use paper towels to dry the tomatoes so they aren't as wet anymore. Then set your dried tomatoes to the side. We're going to use these tomatoes for the egg rolls and then the tomatoes we placed in the bowl for some pico de gallo. Next, dice 1 jalapeno, finely chop 1 bunch of cilantro, and dice about 2 cups worth of chicken. I'm using leftover rotisserie chicken. When you have finished preparing all of your ingredients, set them to the side. Next, we're going to make our pico de gallo. In the bowl with the diced tomatoes, add some diced onions. Then add 1 to 2 tablespoons of cilantro, a half a teaspoon of salt, and the juice of 1 lime. Mix everything together and then set it to the side. Next, in a large pan over medium heat, add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Then add half a diced onion, half a diced red bell pepper, and half a diced green bell pepper. Then saute your bell peppers and onions for about 3 to 4 minutes. After sauteing your onions and peppers, add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic and then saute everything together for 1 more minute. Next, add 1 cup of corn, 1 cup of black beans, the diced jalapeno, diced chicken, and diced tomatoes we prepared before. Then mix everything together until well combined. Once everything is mixed together, add a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander, 1 teaspoon of cumin, a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 2 tablespoons of cilantro. Then stir and cook everything together. When you're finished, take your pan off the heat and then add a half a cup of Monterey Jack cheese. After mixing in the cheese, you are done making your filling. Now we can prepare the egg rolls. Next, take out an egg roll wrapper. Then add 2 to 3 scoops of your filling at the center of the wrapper. Once you've added your filling, brush the edges of the wrapper with water. Now we can fold our egg roll. Take the vertical ends of your egg roll wrapper and place it in the center. Then take the horizontal end of your egg roll wrapper and place it in the center as well. Then tuck and tightly roll your egg roll once. And now the end of your egg roll wrapper should look like a triangle. Brush the end with some water and then continue to roll your egg roll. And that's it, you finished folding your egg roll. Now repeat this process until you've used all of your filling. When you finish folding all of your egg rolls, you can go ahead and fry them. Fill a pot or deep fryer with vegetable oil and then heat the oil up to around 350 degrees. Once the oil is hot, fry your egg rolls for about 3 to 5 minutes or until golden brown. When your egg rolls have finished frying, take them out and place them on a wire rack. Then repeat this process with the rest of your egg rolls. When you finish making your egg rolls, you can go ahead and enjoy. And this is the finished result. This is my second favorite thing that I've made this month. These egg rolls were so freaking good. They tasted just like the ones from the Cheesecake Factory. They were crunchy and packed full of flavor. Plus, they're pretty easy to make. By the way, I paired the egg rolls with the pico de gallo and some avocado ranch, which was absolutely delicious. These egg rolls went great with the avocado ranch. I recommend squeezing some lime on top of your egg roll, then dipping it in the avocado ranch, and then adding some pico de gallo on top so you get all the flavors. It tastes so good. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everything I used in this video will be down in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! Hey everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to make the Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme. This was really good and I'm super excited to show you guys how to make it. So let's get started with the video. We're gonna begin by making some guacamole. So we're gonna chop up some cilantro. Pick the leaves off of the stem. When you're finished, bunch the cilantro leaves up and then start chopping them. Once you're done, set your cilantro to the side. Now dice one jalapeno. Cut the top off and then cut it in half. After that, scoop out the seeds. Then you can begin dicing your jalapeno. When you're finished, set your jalapeno to the side. Now cut open 2 avocados. Then remove the seed. Remove the inside of the avocado and place it into a bowl. Now mash the avocados. You can use a fork or you can use a potato masher. Now add the juice of half of a lime. Then add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of cilantro, 2 tablespoons of your diced jalapeno, and 2 tablespoons of diced onions. Then mix everything together until well combined. When you're finished, set your guacamole to the side. Well, after you give it a little taste test first. Then set it to the side. Now we're going to make some pico de gallo. Dice 1 tomato. Place your diced tomatoes in a bowl. Then add the juice of half a lime. After that, add half a cup of diced onions, 1 tablespoon of cilantro, 1/4 teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then mix everything together until well combined. Next, shred a head of lettuce. You do not have to shred a head of lettuce to make this recipe, you can just buy it pre-shredded. But ever since I figured out that buying a head of lettuce and shredding it yourself is way cheaper, okay, not way cheaper, maybe like $1 cheaper than buying it pre-shredded. I just do it myself. Plus I just find shredding lettuce fun. When you're finished, set your lettuce to the side. Now we're going to make our own taco seasoning. In a small bowl, add 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Oh, and 1/4 teaspoon of Creole. Mix everything together until well combined. In a 2/3 cup of water, add 2 tablespoons of your taco seasoning. Then, mix everything until well combined. When you're finished, set your mixture to the side. In a large pan over medium heat, add some olive oil. Then add your ground meat. I use turkey meat, but you can always use beef. Then season your meat. So I season my meat with pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Now cook your meat until it is browned. Once your meat has finished cooking, add your mixture from before. Cook the mixture into the meat until your meat is well coated. When you're finished, set your meat to the side. Now that all of our ingredients are prepared, we can begin making our Crunchwrap. Begin by placing a large tortilla on a plate. Then add your ground meat. After that, add some nacho cheese, just enough to cover your meat. Then add 1 tostada. After that, add sour cream. Then add lettuce, tamed jalapenos, only if you want though, the pico de gallo that we made earlier, shredded cheese, and finally, 1 small tortilla on top. Then fold the larger tortilla around the center until everything is folded together. Place your Crunchwrap on a pan over medium heat until both sides have browned and are nice and crispy. When your Crunchwrap has finished cooking, take it out of the pan and then cut it in half. After that, you're all finished. Go ahead and enjoy. This was easy to make and it was delicious. Adding the tamed jalapenos was an awesome idea because it tasted great in the Crunchwrap. The guacamole and the pico de gallo were both really good as well. So good in fact that me and Mom kept eating both while I was filming the video. The Crunchwrap is really, really good. So good that I made another one today for lunch. I totally recommend making it. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everything I used in this video will be down in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!